Guys, I have been waiting for this day since probably the past few weeks. Because ever since I reacted to this band for the first time, you guys have been begging for more, and you're gonna get it. But first, we're gonna have a nice, lovely chat with this band right in front of you as you see if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on the audio side, that's more than fine too. However, if you are listening on the audio side, you may want to flip on over to our YouTube channel at the end of this episode. More details later. But for right now, we are joined by a band who I've reacted to once before and we're going to again. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Emma Armstrong, Danny is not with us, I apologize. Emma Armstrong, Max Kaiser, and Jake Biggs from A Short Walk to Pluto. Guys, how the heck are we doing? Thanks for joining us.
How's it going? Glad we could be here. Thank you so much for having us on.
Dude, are you kidding? The pleasure is all mine. Thank you guys. Seriously, this truly is like a dream. If you would have told me in 6 years of doing this show that I'd be doing stuff like this, I would have said you were absolutely crazy. But a man can dream, right? But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you guys here, because I want to get into this conversation here, because at the end of our conversation, we will be reacting to your song called Phantom Lover. My first time hearing it, so it should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that later. But for right now, I want to get into the origins of A Short Walk to Pluto. First and foremost, before we even get into the band name, how did you guys first meet?
I met Jake and very shortly after Danny in high school. We all went to the same high school here in Toronto. And Jake and I were probably the first to connect, and we bonded over our love of Guns N' Roses and Rush and 70s and 80s hard rock and later 90s. So we actually formed later on with this little bass guy a year younger than us, Danny Moriana, a pep rally band. So we'd play like AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and stuff like that at pep rallies at our school. And we were like, man, this is so much fun.
We were playing inappropriate music.
That's one way to put it. Sure.
It was like we were at a Catholic school, right? So there was like a ton of priests at every assembly.
Oh, Lord.
And we were playing like a whole lot of Rosie. it was great.
Yeah, those were fun.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Got Jake to sing Thunderstruck in his Brian Johnson voice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to embarrass you that bad, so I'm not going to ask you to do that for me, but thanks anyway. Hey, that's not how I roll. I apologize. But anyway, going back to your origins, who came up with the band name? Why A Short Walk to Pluto?
I believe that was Danny, right?
Yeah, it was. You'd have to ask him. He said he came up with it one night. He was working on some like astrology homework or something, and he was just like, "Oh, Pluto's cool. I'm gonna make a band name out of it." And thus,
Wow, short, sweet to the point. I like it.
Procrastinating instead of doing his very important studies, unlike right now.
Yeah.
Well, for those that are watching on YouTube, you can see Danny is unfortunately not with us as he is currently attending to said academic studies. So, hey, it's okay. We all gotta get a good education sometimes, in all seriousness. I do want to get into this, though, really quick. According to your website here, which you can check out, I'll leave a link down below in the description section. You guys describe yourselves as, what would happen if Alanis Morissette joined Rush? Would you say that Alanis Morissette is one of your biggest inspirations for starting this band?
Not for starting the band, but she's definitely my inspiration vocally. I feel more so, and the guys can talk to this, that Rush is more of the bigger inspiration in our music.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like pretty much spot on. I mean, with Emma's voice, like there's for sure some influences, but luckily, I don't think we're falling into any boat where it's like, oh, this is just like a Rush sound-alike or an Alanis sound-alike. There's influences there, as well as like I know a big influence on Emma, and as well with like songwriting is Paramore, right? And Emma's a big Hayley Williams fan, and you know there's a whole bunch of other influences in there. You can't escape the Zeppelin, can't escape like Pearl Jam and all that kind of stuff. But Rush is definitely a big influence for writing, and then for like all of our instruments. Jake with Neil, big influence. Danny with Getty, and Alex with myself. So that's kind of where that came from a little bit. It'd be like, yeah, what if Alanis just was like the front woman for Rush?
Yeah.
You know, give the one liner.
I really like that. Well, first of all, God rest Neil Peart's soul. I mean, that man was just an absolute. How does one describe Neil Peart? A god, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's talk about like maybe top 3, top 5 drummers of all time, Neil Peart is definitely in that conversation for sure. I was actually a bit sad to hear that Rush isn't doing stuff anymore, but honestly, who can blame them after going through that? And by the way, I just want to say this really quick. Anybody who is not a Hayley Williams fan, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm just saying. You are not welcome on the show anymore. Now, just kidding. Anyway, we're talking to a short walk to Pluto here on the bottom line. You guys have 8 original music releases to date at the time we are shooting this interview here. And you guys just so happen to get recognized by the one and only Howard Stern. Tell me what that meant to you guys.
Jake, was it you that found out?
Well, sort of. Like we apparently a lot of our fans are also Howard Stern listeners. So like when it happened, we got like 50 DMs, emails, everything. And then someone sent us the actual clip of it. And like, I wouldn't say I'm like a hardcore Howard Stern fan, but you know, like everyone listens occasionally, right? And it was surreal hearing him sing along to us, like how he sings along to other people with his like funny like like when he does that stuff. He did that to us, and I was like, oh my, like that was cool.
Do you remember what song it was that he was singing along to?
Yeah, it was weird because he doesn't have social media, like he's kind of off the grid. So someone must have showed him our Zeppelin cover, and he really liked it. But then he apparently did his research and kind of mentioned our other stuff too. But it was mainly that one Zeppelin cover that he liked.
Yeah, that's what he played on his radio show.
Yeah, well, Howard Stern has his own definition of research, but I'm not going to get into that on this show here.
Yeah.
But as far as your 8 original releases, I know you guys you actually just dropped a brand new single recently, which I'll definitely have to check out at the time we're shooting this. Can you tell me about the writing process of that song, and what's the name of it for those that may not know?
Yeah, so that song is called "Gimme Grace." Assuming you're referring to "Gimme Grace," that was an experiment that we were trying to do just to see where our sound could take us with like no borders, right? And it was originally an acoustic song that I had put together that Danny had written some lyrics for. That that kind of snowballed into, oh, let's put string quartet on it. Let's put a whole bunch of percussion on it. You know, let's play around with acoustic bass. And then of course Emma like did a fantastic job with the vocal arrangement, and became like this beautiful, almost unplugged type love song that probably doesn't sound a lot like some of our other stuff, but we pride ourselves on how eclectic we can make our sound. So that's kind of where that song is. And I think it's a representation of like how a lot of our stuff is written, where it'd be like maybe Danny or I are come up with the genesis, and then it just spirals into something totally different than what we had originally envisioned.
Mm-hmm.
You guys obviously have a big social media following. At the time we're shooting this, you have over 700,000 followers on all social media, especially when it comes to TikTok, as I know that is the new norm nowadays, even though me personally, I still refuse to use it. My co-host uses it more than me, but that's beside the point. But the question I want to ask you is this. What does it mean to you guys to have this big of a following and yet only have 8 original releases and mainly covers? What does that mean to you?
I think the coolest part, like not that we made it, but sort of that we have a loyal following is, in our earlier days, we'd post a cover and every comment is write originals, even though we have originals. They just don't look.
I gotcha.
So we used to have to respond like, no, you gotta listen. Now other people respond for us. Our fans will be like, no, listen to the originals. This one's really good. For me, that's like, okay, we have a following who likes our own stuff.
Yeah. And it's not just our parents that are commenting. They have original music.
That awkward moment when. Now, I'm sorry I didn't ask you guys this earlier, but to kind of go off the grid here, you guys are from Toronto, so I have to ask. Are you Toronto Maple Leaf fans by any chance?
Yeah?
Of course you are.
Yeah?
Of course you
Pain
are.
is real.
Of course you are.
Okay, but here's the thing. We got Phantom Lover, which you're about to react to.
Right.
Got played at a Red Wings game in Buffalo. So we almost had to convert. Almost. We almost
No.
Don't turn your team like that. No.
Not Buffalo, Detroit. Got a real hockey fan over here.
I'm not a real hockey fan. I know the Leafs and that's about it. Anyway, I just knew they were
Okay.
called
No, hey. That's fine. That's fine.
Close enough. Starts with the B. No, it doesn't. The D. Oh my god. Anyway.
I think they were playing Buffalo.
They were playing. No, they were not. Were they?
Yeah, they were.
It was in
Oh, that's
Detroit
why.
playing the
That's
Sabres.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out once we get to the video. Hey, listen, I'm a New York Ranger fan. I know the pain of not winning a cup in a long ass time. It's been 29 years and counting. I know for you guys, it's obviously been a lot longer, and I'm not gonna torch you on that very much there. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're talking a short walk to Pluto here on the bottom line. Any upcoming shows for you guys?
We have one April 5th at the Painted Lady. Then we're playing the Drake on April 28th. And if you want to come, we're co-headlining with Misty Blue, and they're also a great Canadian band. And we've got, oh my gosh, their name's escaping me. Who's opening for us?
You have their shirt.
Huh?
Daggy.
Taggy.
You have their shirt. You have their merch.
I thought someone else was opening for us, but then Daggy's opening for us, and they're also a really fun, great band, and we're very close friends with them. So,
and both of these shows are in the Toronto area, correct? Yeah. Okay, because we have a lot of listeners in Canada, so if anybody's in the Toronto area, go see these guys, please. Tomorrow, April 5th, at the time we're shooting this, and you said the 28th as well, correct?
Yep, at the Drake
Okay,
Underground.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
At the Drake Underground.
The Drake Underground, okay. Any plans to play here in the U.S. anytime soon?
maybe.
Just saying.
Yes, like we want to get down to the U.S. like as quickly as possible because that's where most of our fans are. And we get maybe like 50 to 100 messages daily, asking us to go play, you know, Massachusetts or Mississippi or Texas or Florida, and we're just like, oh my god,
yeah,
get us down there, please. So
people are really mad that we don't play in the U.S.
Oh,
and we're trying. We're
trying to get the booking agents and all that kind of stuff together. We want to do a tour and like a proper tour as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Okay, I gotcha.
I
gotcha. No, hey, listen, I'm not mad by any stretch. For those that are mad, I don't know. Look, people get mad about anything nowadays. I really don't know what it is, but honestly, take your guys' time. I just had to bust you about that. I want to take this break here to remind you that this interview on the bottom line is powered by our good friends in StreamYard. For your professional live streams and local recordings, sign up for a StreamYard plan today. Link down below in the description section. Get a 14-day free trial with no credit card required to sign up. StreamYard for the most professional live streams ever. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that time to do some reacting. So, do us a favor for those listening on the audio side. Head on over to our YouTube channel right now because I'm about to react to Short Walk to Pluto's song called Phantom Lover. So, audio people, head on over to our YouTube channel right now. If you're watching on YouTube already, stay right where you are because we're reacting to it right about now. Alright, let's see.
What's the password?
Let me in.
Rip Pants? Lion Song.
Mr. Yang.
Those are all horrible inside jokes.
Oh, Emma got the right password. She got the hint. You fellas tried too hard. I'm sorry.
You look like babies.
This gonna be a jazz concert or something? What's happening here? I get the vibe you're going for. Okay. Ooh! Wow. Ooh. The grit in your voice is strong, Emma. Got his poker face on, I see.
We do our own stunts.
I can see that. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I gotta pause it right there. Apparently, the music video was too cool for Jake, because he's still having internet problems.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. I see how it is, Jake. Alright, now that we got some internet problems out of the way, let's keep going. Can't get over the fake mustaches.
We love playing dress up.
Ooh! Oh, dear God almighty. Ooh! Dang! Wow. Wow. Oh, now it turns to color? Come on. He's like, what the hell did I do to deserve this? Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome, guys. Well done. Outstanding. Outstanding.
It's a ridiculous video, but we love it.
That was a fun one to film, I have to say. What you didn't hear was maybe 3 hours of Danny slamming keyboards randomly.
Oh, God.
The most ear-piercing noises for like 3 hours straight. Want to die.
Was it that bad?
It was just this.
Oh no! So he's that guy who just plays randomly on the keyboard. I see how.
Yeah, but
it
he
is.
wasn't even like fake playing. He was just slamming as loud as he could.
That's exactly where I was going.
You know, like a cat that plays piano? Yeah, that was that.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. But just I like the vibe where you were going with the video. I feel like I'm entering a jazz concert, and all of a sudden, bam! It's a rock concert. So yeah. I kind of like the whole. I like the vibes, the whole black and whites, the poker, the bar, the fake mustaches. I still can't get over that. I'm sorry, but no. Listen, this I know it's only 2 songs into reacting to you, I think this might be my favorite. This has to be my favorite so far. Until I hear your new one, which I will react to at some point, so stay tuned. But no, in all seriousness, you guys might be one of the tightest sounding bands I've ever heard in my life. You absolutely deserve to make it big. This was a job well done.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it.
Hey, anytime. Now, you may not know this, but I do have to give your song an official rating. And to me personally, it doesn't need one. Because it broke the scale. It broke it out of 10. It don't need a damn rating. That's how good this was. That's the bottom line. Guys, this was such an awesome time. Thank you so much for hopping on real quick to chat with us and have me react to your music. You guys are awesome, and you are always welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. This is A Short Walk to Pluto. Be sure you go follow them on all social media at A Short Walk to Pluto and check out their most recent releases on all streaming platforms wherever you may get your music. Hey, if you enjoyed this content and want to keep on seeing more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you don't miss a single video, and please help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. I have something special planned for when we do hit that milestone, so help us get there. If you want more Short Walk to Pluto content, let me know down below in the comments what I should do next, but I will be doing their new song next, so hit that notification bell so you get notified for when that video drops. For Short Walk to Pluto, I'm Jimmy. This is the bottom line. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, and take care.